Hello, my friends here at Sovereign Art Sock. This is a very important video, but it's not for you. It's for someone in particular. And I told that someone I would be posting a public apology, and that's what this video is. I have offended the last person or group of people that I would ever want to offend. And for that, I am offering my sincerest, humblest apologies. Now, I have to explain what I'm talking about. About a year and a half ago, I posted a video here on this channel because I'd gotten news of the passing of someone related to SOGHOMON TEHLIRIAN. And those of you who know me, who followed this channel for 2 years, I started this channel when Azerbaijan invaded Nagorno-Karabakh, or Artsakh, and reported on that war and kept this channel going. But prior to that, I started a channel called Tales of Truth. I started that on April 24th, 2019. But rewinding to about 5 years ago exactly, the end of September 2017, I heard a name that I had never heard before. And when I learned his story, I couldn't believe that I had never heard it before. The name SOGHOMON TEHLIRIAN should be as ubiquitous as the name Jesus Christ. Pardon me for blasphemy, but SOGHOMON TEHLIRIAN's story is that important. It should be a household name. It should be on everybody's lips. But in 2017, when I discovered his story, it had never been translated into English. And so I had a quandary. How can I learn his story from his point of view if I can't read it in English? And so my life changed that day. And the first thought I had was, where is his family? Where is his family? Are any of them still alive? And lo and behold, within 2 months, 2.5 months, I was sitting in the home of the son of SOGHOMON TEHLIRIAN, who was 88 years old at the time and is currently still alive and kicking at 93. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe I was sitting in the home of Zaven, the son of SOGHOMON TEHLIRIAN. I am not Armenian. Why do I care? Why should I care? One of the reasons I care is, well, the Armenians know this story. At least the generation that is passing away knows this story. But why does no one else know this story? SOGHOMON's 2 sons, Shahin and Zaven, both married non-Armenians. So SOGHOMON's grandchildren are half Armenian. And SOGHOMON's great-grandchildren are at most a quarter Armenian. I want to tell them the story of their ancestor. Okay, I'm getting a little sidetracked. I posted that video when SOGHOMON's oldest son's wife passed away. So SOGHOMON's oldest son, Shahin, passed away in 2014, 2015, 2016, somewhere around there. Maybe earlier. But his wife, the widow, was still alive. And she passed away in, when I posted that video, she had just passed away. So 2021 sometime, I believe. But at that time, I was not at liberty to disclose who it was and who I was working with. So I posted a video talking about that. And people were saying, oh, I guess his younger son finally passed away, Zaven. No. But I couldn't say no because I didn't have the freedom or the liberty to disclose that I've been working with SOGHOMON's son. SOGHOMON's son is still alive and kicking and lucid and engaging and full of stories. And I've been in his life for the past 5 years. I've visited him probably 30 times and have hours and hours and hours of conversations, recorded conversations with him about his father. I wanted to get to know SOGHOMON TEHLIRIAN as best I possibly could, this outsider, this complete outsider. I wanted to get to know him intimately. So I found a translator to translate the memoir. I found a historian to translate it on the spot. And when I heard it, I couldn't believe the story. And now we have it translated into English. The authorized version from the family will be published. Anybody who is paying for any other version is not paying into the family's version, because the family, one of my goals is I want the family to be behind this story. I want to tell SOGHOMON's story the way SOGHOMON would have wanted it told. And how is that? By getting to know him, getting to hand off the birthright to his descendants legally, to write them into the contract when we make this story so that the world can hear it. His direct descendants, their birthright, they should benefit from it. Okay, now for the apology. In that video from 1.5 years ago, I said 3 things that were offensive to a member of SOGHOMON's family. I'm not going to disclose the person's name unless they want me to, until they want me to. But I've been contacted through the grandson of SOGHOMON TEHLIRIAN that I have deeply offended him and everyone around him who care about SOGHOMON TEHLIRIAN. One of the things I said was, because SOGHOMON changed his last name, the name TEHLIRIAN is not the inner circle. I said those words, and that was a sloppy use of terminology. That those with the last name TEHLIRIAN consider themselves the inner circle. I understand that. And what I meant was the legal descendants, like the legal heirs to the story, don't have the last name TEHLIRIAN. I absolutely want the family, everyone with the last name TEHLIRIAN, I want to work with you. I want you to be happy with what I'm doing. I want you to read or to see, like, give you first look at anything that I'm doing. I'll let you look at it. So by saying not in the inner circle, that was insensitive and that was wrong for me to say it that way. So please forgive me. 2 other words that I used, exploit and capitalize. And I used them. Now that video is, I've unlisted it. I didn't delete it from YouTube. I've unlisted it. It's not available for you to watch until the person to whom I am addressing this apology, until they say, go ahead and put it back up. I'm not going to put it back up. But those other 2 words, exploit and capitalize, I used in a sense for shock value. But the fact is, those are legal terms. Exploit is what is in a contract. When any Hollywood producer gets the life story rights, it says exploit. You are legally entitled to exploit. And so the word exploit has a negative sense in the normal world. You know, exploitative. You're abusing that, exploiting. And I get that. But in a legal sense, that's all it is. I get to do whatever I want. I am not going to do whatever I want. I want to do what SOGHOMON TEHLIRIAN would have wanted. That's all. And what he would have wanted is his story told his way from his point of view. That's what the memoir is. That's what the prison diary is. And that's what me getting to know his son, the person who knew him better than any living person today, getting to know his son, getting to know the character of SOGHOMON TEHLIRIAN, what kind of person he was. That's how I want to tell this story. So exploit and capitalize. I was careless in how I used those in the video. So forgive me, please, for speaking so flippantly. I want the family to benefit. Any other translation, English translation of SOGHOMON TEHLIRIAN's memoir that is not authorized by the family, if you're buying books from anyone who is not authorized by the family, you're paying someone else. They are exploiting SOGHOMON TEHLIRIAN's name. They are exploiting SOGHOMON TEHLIRIAN's story, and the family doesn't benefit. Our translation, it has introductions written by Ivy League history professors. I've been into the archives in Yerevan. I've been into the archives in Istanbul. I've been in the archives in Berlin. I've been at the spot where SOGHOMON TEHLIRIAN pulled the trigger and Talat Pasha fell down dead. I stood there. I've been there. My life changed in 2017 when I came across this story. I want to honor the memory of SOGHOMON TEHLIRIAN and all of his family. I want you to be proud of what I am doing. So I apologize for the offense I have caused.